All right, so you're looking to build a new gaming PC, or maybe upgrade your current one. And you've hit the big question. What graphics card do you even buy in 2026? It is without a doubt one of the wildest markets for GPUs we have ever seen. So, in this breakdown, we're going to cut through the noise, look at the key players, the tech that really matters, and help you find the perfect card for you. Let's get into it.
First off, if you're feeling a little lost, trust me, you're not alone. It's a total minefield out there. You've got new cards from NVIDIA, AMD, and Intel, prices that seem to make no sense, and a whole bunch of new acronyms to learn. It's a lot. So why is it so complicated right now?
Well, it really boils down to two letters: AI. You see, there's this massive AI gold rush happening in data centers all over the world. They're buying up every powerful chip they can get their hands on, which means they're eating up all the available silicon. And that directly impacts the supply, and you guessed it, the price of the gaming cards we all want. It makes every choice you make feel that much more important.
Now, because of that pressure, the whole game has changed. Seriously. It's not just about raw horsepower anymore. How many frames per second a card can push. Nope. In 2026, the smart money is on understanding a whole new set of rules for what performance even means. And it's all driven by some incredible AI software.
Okay, so the first big new rule you need to get your head around is AI upscaling. Just think of it like this. Your GPU is a master painter. Instead of painstakingly painting a giant 4K mural from scratch, it paints a smaller, super detailed 1080p version, which is way easier and faster. Then, a powerful AI comes in and intelligently stretches that smaller painting onto the giant 4K canvas, filling in all the details perfectly. The result? You get a massive speed boost, and it looks almost identical to the real thing. It's like magic.
So who's who in this new upscaling game? Well, you've got two main contenders. In one corner, you have NVIDIA's DLSS 4. This is pretty much the king of the hill right now when it comes to pure image quality, all thanks to a seriously powerful AI model. But in the other corner, you've got AMD's FSR 4, which is a massive step up for them, offering amazing AI-powered quality on their new cards. The bottom line is, both teams are now using AI to squeeze way more performance out of their hardware.
But hold on, because upscaling is just the warm-up act. The real revolution is something called frame generation. This is next-level stuff. The AI isn't just making the existing frames look better, it's creating brand new frames completely from scratch and slotting them in between the ones your GPU actually made. This can double, triple, or in some cases even quadruple your frame rate. It is an absolute, honest-to-goodness game changer for smooth gameplay.
And this right here, this is the new battlefield. NVIDIA's on top with their RTX 50 series cards, promising up to a mind-blowing 4x performance boost with their latest tech. But AMD and Intel are right there in the thick of it, both offering their own flavors of frame generation that can double your frame rate. So the big takeaway is this: when you choose a card now, you're also choosing a whole software platform to go with it.
Okay, with that tech primer out of the way, let's get to the fun part, the actual cards. We're going to start with the budget champions. These are for the gamers out there who want an awesome experience at 1080p or 1440p, but, don't want to take out a second mortgage to get it. So let's take a look at the field. Down at the entry level, Intel's Arc B570 is making some noise. If you're all about esports, NVIDIA's RTX 5060 is a solid choice. But the one that really jumps off the page here is that AMD RX 9060 XT. And there is one massive reason why it's such a standout. And that reason is RAM, video memory. Getting 16 gigabytes of it in a card at this price is it's fantastic. As the folks at Tom's Hardware put it, it just means you don't have to worry. You can crank up the textures, push the settings, and you won't hit that memory wall that can cause stuttering, something its competitors with less VRAM might struggle with.
Okay, let's climb the ladder a bit. Now we're moving into the mid-range. This is the sweet spot, right? It's where most of us are shopping, trying to find that perfect balance of price and performance, the best bang for your buck. And that VRAM story we were just talking about, it gets even more important here.
Check this out. It's a major dividing line between the main rivals. AMD's RX 9070 comes to the fight with a healthy 16 gigabytes of VRAM. Its direct competitor, the NVIDIA RTX 5070, has 12. And I know what you're thinking. Does that extra 4 gigs really make a difference?
Oh yeah, you better believe it does. According to Tom's Hardware, that extra bit of memory is exactly what you need when you're playing the newest, hottest games at high resolutions with all the eye candy turned on. It can literally be the difference between a buttery smooth experience and having to turn down your settings. So this leaves you with a really interesting choice in the mid-range. On one hand, you have the NVIDIA RTX 5060 Ti, especially that 16 gig model. It's known for just being super consistent, super smooth, and it gets you access to that top-tier DLSS tech. But if what you crave is the most raw graphical horsepower for your money, with that VRAM advantage, the AMD RX 9070 is an absolute monster. All right, time to go big. We're heading to the top of the mountain now, talking about the 4K powerhouses. This is for the gamers who want it all. No compromises, no excuses, just incredible performance, especially at that gorgeous, super sharp 4K resolution.
And this is where the value conversation gets really spicy. There's a fantastic quote from Tom's Hardware about AMD's top-end card, the RX 9070 XT. They say, it delivers performance that is, and I love this phrase, within spitting distance of NVIDIA's very pricey RTX 5070 Ti, but for a whole lot less money. That is a huge deal for enthusiasts who still care about value.
And this chart tells the whole story. Just look. You see the price for that RX 9070 XT? Now look at the jump you have to make to get to the RTX 5070 Ti, and then that even bigger leap to get an RTX 5080. You're definitely paying a premium for those last few percentage points of performance and NVIDIA's feature set. You just have to decide if that price jump is worth it to you.
And then, well, then there's the RTX 5090. This thing isn't really in the same conversation. It doesn't have competitors, it's just in a class all by itself. The consensus is pretty simple. If the 5090 can't run a game at 4K with everything maxed out, then no card can. It is the absolute money-is-no-object king of the hill.
Okay, wow. That was a lot of info, right? We've talked tech, we've gone through all the different price brackets, we've looked at the top cards. So how in the world do you take all of this and actually pick the one card that's perfect for you? Let's boil it all down to a simple plan.
Look, it's actually simpler than it sounds. It just comes down to 3 steps. Step 1, and this is the most important, set your budget. Know your absolute maximum price and stick to it. Step 2, prioritize. Ask yourself, what's more important to me? Having the absolute best AI features and ray tracing, or getting the most raw gaming performance I can for my money? Answering that one question is the key, because it leads you right to step 3, picking your team. So this is the final showdown, the big choice. If you decided that cutting-edge features, best-in-class ray tracing, and that super polished DLSS experience are what you want, then you're on Team Green with NVIDIA. You'll pay a bit of a premium, but you're getting the best tech. But if you decided that what you really want is the most raw power, the most VRAM, and the absolute best price-to-performance ratio, then you're on Team Red with AMD. You're getting incredible value with software that is getting better and better every day.
And that kind of leaves us with this one big lingering question. With everything moving this fast, especially with AI pushing things forward at a ridiculous pace, how long can today's best-in-class graphics card really stay on top? Is the card you buy today already on its way to becoming tomorrow's history? It's something to think about, because in this market, the game is always changing.